Now let's talk about how data binding supports the MVVM pattern. Remember that I said in the first module that data binding is the key feature that differentiates MVVM from other UI separation patterns like MVC and MVP. First, for data binding to do its thing, you have to have a view or set of UI elements constructed, and then you have to have some other object that the bindings are going to point to. In MVVM, the main thing the elements in your view bind to are properties exposed by the view model. The order that the view and view model are constructed depends on the situation. We've already looked at several ways to do view first, and later in this module we'll look at view model first. Whichever order that happens in and wherever the code resides, ultimately a view and view model get constructed, and the data context of the view gets set to the view model. Through the way a data context works in XAML, that means the data context set at the root element also becomes the data context for every child element, unless it explicitly sets a data context property to something else, or is being rendered out as part of an items control, which sets the data context to the item. Then child elements in the view have the opportunity to bind to properties exposed by the view model, whether those properties expose model objects, discrete values, or commands. Depending on the element property and what it's bound to in the view model, those bindings can form a one-way or bidirectional communication path to flow data back and forth between the view and view model, as well as setting up command or behavior-based communication paths. Let's take a look at data binding in action supporting MVVM in a demo.